are you?
Good evening. Hi. How you doing? Are you okay? Hope everyone is fine.
Yes, I'm fine.
Everybody.
Good. I'm still.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Luis. How are you today?
You're welcome, Luis. 36.
Hello.
También, ¿no?
Hello.
So, good evening, everyone. How you doing? Let me hope you're fine. So we are having this program to help us participate our speaking. So more participants are still coming in. Let me see. Yeah, since we are a little bit late, let us go straight out and start. So more participants will be coming. Let me first have a copy. Just give me a second. People are coming. Okay.
So teacher, what is the topic about?
Hi, good evening, good evening. We are going to be looking at speaking, please. Just be a little bit patient. I'm coming. I was late and there are many people having their requests, so let me start straight away before they disturb us. Okay.
Good evening.
Yes.
What is the plan for tonight? Nice to see you.
Okay, nice to see you too. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Sharik. Happy to see you. This is our third class. We have been participating for something like, we have some 2 classes. So, and this is our third class. So if you're here for the first time, you're welcome. Everyone has a platform here to participate. So make sure that you show your effort and participate, because we are all here to improve on our English. So I just pray that everyone participates. We have something like 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we shall be able to do whatever we shall do. So let us start straight away. Today I've been a little bit late, but no problem. So we have been seeing and discussing on different topics. So today, before we start, let us look at how to aim at the high. Let me see. There are some people commenting. Let me see. First of all, are you hearing me? It's like, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing.
Because I'm seeing that as if some.
Teacher, I can hear you.
Okay, so as if some people are not hearing me. I don't know why.
I can hear you.
Someone there are 2 who cannot listen. No, 1.
Yes, hello.
Okay,
I'm
so
here.
It's clear, teacher. Continue, please.
okay, those who cannot
Continue, please.
hear me, please let me first check my audio pins. So let me change this. Okay, so those who cannot hear me, I don't know what we are going to do, but let us continue because we are already out of time. We are late. we are supposed to start before, but time is on our side. So we have been trying out on different topics. So let us look at how to aim at the highest. And if I say aiming at the highest, what are we looking at? We are looking at this master, the C2 master. And how can we achieve from our A2, whereby everyone can be able to express likes and dislikes in familiar contexts using the simple language. At least we have reached a step. We are no longer at this step whereby you can only be able to express your likes and dislikes, or have some. Then from our A2 going to the B1, having a B1, what does it mean? It means that you can take part in seminars or tutorial using simple language. But remember, we are here to improve on our language. You get it? So if you're here with A2, make sure that we are improving now to a B1, B2. If you're having a B2, let us do our best so that we can improve to the C1, a C2. So what is in the B2? In a B2, you can be able to keep up a conversation in a fair wide range of topics. For example, if I bring this topic, you'll be able to give a general view or something about it. If I give a different topic, you can again still be able to. So if I change around 5 topics and you're able to at least start a conversation, then you're there on a B2. Now, let's have from B2 to C1. If you're having a C1, what does it mean? It means that you can be able to discuss abstract or cultural topics with a good degree of fluency and a range of expressions. So what are we looking at? A wide range of expression. So whatever kind of question, the way it may come, you're able to do whatever you want. I don't know who is using the marker. So C2 can advise or talk about sensitive issues, and then understanding colloquial references and dealing confidently with hostile questions. So the major aim is not to look at this, but it's just it's just for you to have a general view of what, if you need a C2, what are you supposed to be having? If you need a C1, what do you need? If you need a B2, what do you need? If you can't keep up a conversation, then you're not at a B2 level. If you come at a B1, if you have a B1, can take part in seminars. If you cannot take part, give something, then that means that you don't have your B1. If you cannot express likes and dislikes in familiar contexts, then you don't have an A2. So what do you have? I don't know. So those who are just coming in, yeah, you're welcome. We are looking at how to aim at the highest level. And if we are asking ourselves, the highest level could be a C2, sorry, it could be a C2. Maybe if you want a C4, that will be of your own expression, but the highest here we have is a C2. So let's look at some of the things to reach to our best. Okay, so what are some of the aspects we should look at? Remember, we have different levels, right? Right now from the A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Now, look at this. What are you supposed to be having per level? It depends on what you want. But our target is now aiming at the C2. So we are going to look at some of the aspects and see how can we be able to reach at the C2. Some of you are having difficulties in certain parts, and then some of you are having ease in certain parts. So let us look at, we have vocabulary. Remember, it depends. The vocabulary in A1 is not the same as the vocabulary in A2. Then look at grammar. Are you able to use different structures from simple, medium, and then to complex? So make sure that you're able to express in this phrase. So you're welcome, everyone. Just join in, please. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll go into the comments later because I'm still receiving some participants. Okay. Now we are going also to look at
There is a microphone on.
Mrs. Lilia, yeah, hi. So everyone, we are going to look at the vocabulary. Remember, A1, A2, they're having their different level of vocabulary. B1, B2, C1. So each level has a difficulty. So we shall look at the grammar structures. How are you supposed to be presenting your grammar? Someone, please turn off the microphones because I'm receiving your first. Block your microphones.
There is a microphone is interrupting there. Huh?
Yes, I'm trying to cancel all microphones that are on. Please, if your microphone is on, put it down. Or just put it off. A moment. Please finding out whose microphone. Microphone is on. Distracting people. Please, if you come in, just put off your microphone. Yeah, I've got him. So as we were on, so we have to look at our pronunciation. Then we have what we call global achievement. Do you know what global achievement is? So we are going to look at all these. We have discourse management and then the interaction. So we are going to just go through this very, very fast so that we can go to our activities as usual. So we have how many aspects? They are around 6 aspects. So if you need anything, you can just put something in the comments. So some people are still just coming in, having some hi. So let's just go direct to the point. Okay, so let's go to the next part. So in grammar, what are we supposed to be having? Remember, we are now targeting at our C2. Remember? Let's first go back here. So we know some people might be a little bit around B1, B2, A1, A2. So some of you are around B1, B2, A2, C1, and some of you are having your C2s. But our major aim is to have this C2. So if we need a C2, what do we have to do? Which kind of vocabulary are we supposed to be having? Which kind of grammar are we supposed to be knowing? So I'm only now looking at the A2. Right now, I'm assuming that we are now leaving all the levels down since we are teachers and adults. So let us now aim at getting this C2. It's not very hard, but the effort you put in getting the C2 is the result you get. If you need a C2 and you put in the effort of getting the A2, automatically you will be having a lower grade. But now, let's continue looking at these aspects. Sorry. 1, let's look at grammar and vocabulary. What are you supposed to be knowing? Be able to maintain a wide range of grammatical forms. These are called grammatical resources. Be able to use all the tenses. Don't just be locked on simple. Just be able to use from simple to complex. You get it? So we all know that we have the present, the simple, and the future. So make sure that you're able to formulate simple sentences to complex, the hard ones. You get it? So that's one. Then we have the lexical resources. It's under vocabulary. Are you able to use a wide range of your vocabulary? Don't be limited to your vocabulary. For example, you might set up a target. Which kind of target can you set up? You can say every day, I want to learn more. For example, every day I want to add on my vocabulary by learning something like 2 or 3 vocabularies. So every day, just make sure that you add on your vocabulary. Remember, a day you waste without learning anything in English is a day wasted, and you can never gain it. So I'm just going through this very fast because we have our activities which are very interesting. So sometimes we end up being caught up by time, which I don't want to happen today. At least I want to give a chance to everyone to participate. Now, at the same time, under the lexical resources, are you able to exchange views on familiar and on unfamiliar? For example, don't be locked on simple cases. If you're given a harder case in front of you, are you able to crack that kind of unfamiliar case, whatever it might be? And then, are you able to have some views on abstract topics? What are those abstract topics? I'm looking at abstract, those are topics that can be just given in a simple word. For example, I can give you blue, and I say discuss. So if I say blue, discuss. Is there anyone who can create any kind of idea? If I say blue, are you able to crack that view? Anyone? If you're there,
We can say that maybe blue is a primary color, and you can mix blue with other colors to make secondary colors, and it's also
good. So
found
if you can generate any kind of view, because these are what we call the abstract topics. They are just there. Blue. What does it mean? Blue. We know blue is a color. But
when you are down, when you are depressed.
When you're depressed, someone can be out of blue. I was out of blue. You get it? So
yes,
it depends on, you have to be generative. Your brain must be working all the time. So that's why we are saying, let us now aim at getting the C2. And in getting the C2, you must be able to exchange views on unfamiliar. Because the familiar ones, they will bring a topic about, for example, my pencil is, they can just bring anything. My environment. That is something very simple, familiar. You're ever around the environment. But now, let us look at the complex, the abstract topics. Blue is there. Write something like 150 words about it. Are you able? Then you can be set up something like even images. If I say even images, what does it mean? Even images. We only know that we have odd numbers, even numbers. Now, if someone says even images, what does it mean? So even images, it would mean that you have, someone's coming in. So even images, it will mean that you have something you're thinking about. But now you're not just thinking about of it, but you're thinking about something of that thing. So you're having something like more, I would call them imaginations. Having more than 2 imaginations about, or having 2 imaginations on the same thing. You get it? So even images, you say we have only odd numbers, even numbers. But you don't know that you can have 2 imaginations on something. So these are what we call the abstract topics. So you're supposed to be able to tackle these abstract topics without any hesitation or without any difficulty. So remember we are now aiming at the C2. We have all crows are white. Someone will say, is it possible? All crows are white. I've never seen any crow that is white. They are always either navy blue or black. So someone will say, I've never seen something of just coming near to white, but they are just checking your brain. Are you able to think of something bad that can be good? You get it? So, for example, I can give, sorry to give this example, but I will give it. It's not about, let me see. But I have to give it as an example. Black is white. If I say black is white, what do you mean? I'll give that example. Black is white. So if I say black is white, I can say black people are good people. Relating to that, yeah? Now you start expressing your views. So someone can also say black is black, meaning that black people are bad people. I'm not saying that, sorry for that, but I was just giving an example for you to understand. You get it? So be able to tackle these unfamiliar and abstract topics. I'm spending a lot of time on this because most of the things we are going to look at down are having this unfamiliar and abstract topics. So I want you to be able to understand these vocabulary words or what any kind it might be. Then, sorry. Let's see. Okay, now let's have global achievement. Remember, I had 6 aspects, and right now we are on the 4th aspect. Now, under global achievement, what are we supposed to be knowing under global achievement? So, when we are expressing our views, let us be relating them on something that is, let me say, for example, are you able to give any kind of information on any unfamiliar type of maybe question or any kind of anything you would like to, but unfamiliar to you? So you must be able to be in a communication on a wide range of topics. If I bring this, you're able to answer. If I bring this, you're able to create ideas. If I bring this, some people are still coming in and disturbing with their messages. So if I bring this familiar topic, are you able to tackle it? If I bring this unfamiliar topic, are you able to tackle it? Then if you can, and make sure that you can sustain that communication for some time. Don't just say, hi. You stop there. Are you good? I'm good. Don't just stop there. So make sure that you can prolong your communication, at least for some time. If someone asks you, hi, don't just say hi and stop there. Oh, hi, I'm good. How are you doing? Have you been there? How have you been doing for the last 2 weeks? So make sure that you have the command of the language. Yeah, prolong your talking. So by prolonging your talking, you will be improving. And then abstract ones. Coming back again, be able to be in a communication on a wide range of topics. Are you able to talk for something long, for some time? Are you able to again, coming in with a microphone on? Okay, I've got her. Yeah, so with mark this, the last words. Be able to be in a communication on a wide range of topics, including, remember, we looked at the unfamiliar cases or aspects, and then we looked at the abstract ones. Unfamiliar things you don't know. If I say a car engine is down, discuss. You're not an engineer. You're not you don't have any clue. An engine. What is an engine? You don't even know what an engine is. So unfamiliar cases, you have to be able to tackle them. Then the abstract ones, we talked about them with little hesitation or difficulties. make sure that you don't hesitate discussing about this, or you don't find any difficulty in discussing these topics, the unfamiliar and the abstract ones. Let's go on. Discourse management. What does it mean? Discourse management. Be able to provide or use the language with ease and then without any hesitation. So, hesitation will mean that if I bring about something, for example, if I start my idea like this, don't be a kind of person who will say, man, I don't know, I'm not getting you. So, do you know what to do? Do your things, I will do my things. So, don't be that kind of person who is always negative. So, just bump into it and have the conversation. The person in microphone. Okay. Yeah. I've silenced them. So, aspect number 5 is discourse management. So, be able to provide or use the language with ease. I don't know why most people fear to use the language. Be confident enough, people. Be confident enough. The little you know is the one that you will keep on improving. But if you're shy about the little that you're having, you will never be able to improve. The reason why we are doing such is not to overtalk. Actually, I'm overtalking because I've took something like now 35 minutes talking alone. That is not that's not justice. I have to put justice. So let's rush up this so that we can go to the next part. So the last aspect is about interaction. Be able to initiate. What is to initiate? If I put up something, are you able to say, hey man, this is like this, this is like this? So be able to start your own conversation. Initiate. Are you able to start a conversation here? If I put out something like this, boom, are you able to start the conversation? So if you're able to start the conversation, then you're good. Respond appropriately. Some people don't respond appropriately. They will just, someone will just bring up a topic, then instead of responding in the right direction, then you will go in the wrong direction. Maybe that will come to misunderstanding of the question. Make sure that you understand the question. Link contributions to those of the other speakers. Now, what I was saying, you have to link up your communication with those of the other speakers. If someone talked about something, make sure that you refer to what someone said. According to the last person who said, or according to the last speaker, I would agree or I would disagree with him. Although, you get it. So you're making a link between your way of view and the way someone else brought up the point, because sometimes we might agree, and in other cases we might not agree. So be able to initiate and make sure that you have a link between your words, and because this is what we have been missing. In most cases, we have not been linking what we have been saying to the previous speakers. So make sure that you note that. Negotiate towards an outcome. If I put up a topic, let us have a direction. Let us have a direction that, hey, this is good. However much some people will be negative about it, but let us have a direction. Yes, it is good, although there are some disadvantages. Someone again with a microphone. Let me see if I block this microphone. me block this microphone. Okay, yeah. So still there. I don't know who's, but that is taking a lot of time. So interaction. Let us have a good way of interacting between ourselves. How? Be able to initiate a conversation, respond appropriately, be in the right, read the question and understand, or listen to someone and understand. That's the only way you will be able to respond appropriately. Then let us have the link between what the pre-speakers say or have said. So let us have a link between what the people have said. Don't just be an opposer to each and everything. No. So let's just have, even if you're opposing someone's point of views, but make sure that you're able to link, however much you might be negative. So negotiate towards an outcome. Now, since we are going to be starting our activities, let us analyze this photo for something like 2 minutes, and then we shall start our topic. So, how important is each facility for visitors to a holiday resort? One, we have a tourist information center, a water sports center, an airport nearby, a car rental agency, and then we have a local hospital. So how important is each facility for the visitor? And then you can also choose out the best facilities you think that are best. For example, I can say, for example, on my side, I can say an airport and a local hospital, maybe, depending on your on the way how you're going to be supporting yourself. So let us have something like 2 minutes. Remember, be able to analyze, be able to initiate, be able to tackle unfamiliar and abstract topics. So let us have note down ideas, and then we shall be able to give the audience the talk. So let's start the game. 2 minutes. Let's start the game.
So what topic should we bring up today for talking?
Oh, the topic is already there. Are you not seeing it?
Okay, how have these fields benefited from advances in technology?
Yes. No.
All right. I meant.
Sorry. It's not that one.
Okay.
It's this. How important is each facility? So that's the topic.
To a holiday. Okay. The most important for me, it would be a water sports center, because when I go on holiday,
A moment,
love
please.
to go.
Please, a moment. We have 2 minutes before we start.
Okay.
Yeah, I will let you know when to start.
In my case, I think the most important is an airport nearby, because I don't want to travel for a long time. I need to get right away.
Okay, let's start with Mr. I don't know. I've seen you. Yeah, Mr. Gallo. We had someone. I don't know who is.
Hello.
I don't know who is using a pencil.
Okay, for me, the most important is the information center, because the people need to know the different tourist places there is in my country or in my city. This is very important for me.
Okay. Remember, it is how important is each. That means that you have to talk about each and every, then you conclude with your own ideas. That according to, please, someone using a pencil, please, can you remove,
Erase, please, erase everything.
please, can you erase whatever you're putting in? Yeah.
Okay, shall we start now?
Yeah, we can start. Who is on the floor? Remember
My name is
our way.
Santiago. My name is Santiago. I am from Quito.
Okay.
I will talk about the importance of each facility.
Yes.
A local hospital might be for me the less important.
Okay.
If you go on holiday, I mean, you don't want to get into an accident or anything, or maybe you don't want to get food poisoning. It could happen, but it's the least important for me because you go on vacation to enjoy, not to expose yourself to sickness. Then it would be a car rental agency. When you go on holiday, I think you might drive, you might be driven actually in a bus, or in this nowadays are the taxis or Ubers or all of these kind of transportation.
Yeah.
So a car rental agency is not so important also. And an airport nearby, well, that would be like a dream for a lot of places when you go on a holiday resort. But as you know, an airport carries a lot of noise, and it's really difficult for you to be in peace and enjoy your vacation if you have an airport nearby. So I wouldn't imagine enjoying a tourist information center. It would be good, but as we have technology now, so we can Google something if we need about places, or if you go on these tours that the holiday resort offers, and everything is in there. I mean, if it's a holiday resort, like it says here, all the information is on the resort. So a tourist information center inside the resort, there there is a 99% of possibilities that will be there for you,
Okay,
and
thank
you
you so
can
much.
get.
Your time is out, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, you can also talk about two things at the same time, or you can talk about three things at the same time, depending on the way you want to
Okay.